same with actors in a scene. They're anticipating their next line, or they're anticipating what they already know. But like the beauty of being present is, who knows how it could even if you've done the same scene a billion times, it's never going to be the same exactly
100
as the time you did it before.
All right, welcome back to the TheFrameShiftPodcast. We got another great guest today, Evan Michael Jones, man of three names. He's a writer, director, and most importantly, an actor. We've worked on a whole bunch of projects together. We're here to talk about those projects and some things we got coming up. Just a whole bunch of other random shit too. So, without further ado, Evan, welcome.
Al, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
I do got a pretty serious question to ask you, though.
What's up?
You got three names. First names. Three first names. That's the first names is important. A lot of serial killers have the same thing.
I love playing those types of characters because I don't get to play them in real life. So, no, I'm kidding. But yeah, no, they're fun, though. I feel like with dark characters like that, you can dive in.
With one of our first ones, what was the first one we did together, the black and white one?
Where
you
Obscura.
were the split. Remember we were at the tree, and you had to play both parts.
Yeah.
And you snapped your fingers and you did it. You switched characters, and I don't know, the way you did it, bro. It's the way actors do it in general.
Yeah, it's fun because it's like you just get a lot of room to play, you know? And I think like those roles are fun because like with being the good guy or like being typical like a cop or like they're cool, don't get me wrong, but like you're in a box kind of, right?
Definitely.
You're in a cop box or you're in this box.
The good guy.
But with bad guys, you can really push the boundaries. That's why you see like a lot of the Joker, the characters who play people who play the Joker, right? Heath Ledger, Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah. They have a lot of room to explore.
Walk me through your process. Walk me through how you get started with an idea and put it all out there.
Yeah, I think the first part is just writing about something you want to write about. And a lot of directors talk about this, but like write the movie that hasn't been made that you want to see.
Okay.
And I know it's kind of cliche, but I just like, what do I want to write about next? Because if it's fun and I'm writing and I'm enjoying it, it's going to be good because it's going to flow. It's going to keep going. Like a lot of people have writer's block and struggle to write. Writing's not that hard. It's sitting down to write.
Okay.
That's hard. That's the hard part because everyone can write.
Yeah.
You can write, we can all write. But I think it's just, again, finding something that you really enjoy. And so for me, like, I'm like, okay, what characters would I root for? You know, what characters are interesting to me? You know, I like characters that have a lot of complexity, a lot of dualities within their, you know, whether it be their past, but their internal things within. You know, is it like, you know, self-limiting beliefs? Is it just negative thoughts over and over from like their upbringing and how they were raised? Is it you know, substance abuse that is what they use to cope with it, or is it more they just continuously like depress themselves down?
It's that deeper level stuff. It's the secondary level, third degree level, whatever that is. It's not just that surface level that you're looking at.
Right. And I think the key is just like filming you know, I always say done is better than perfect. And same with writing.
I agree.
You can rewrite till you're dead, but like you gotta eventually shoot the damn thing. Just like when you're shooting, you wanna really nail down something in.
Yeah.
But sometimes you either need to come back to it, or you just gotta move on it once you've got enough of what you need.
And you can critique it, you can get it right, but make sure you get it right eventually. Like don't let perfectionism stop you from doing anything.
Correct. And that's why when people in the industry, it's like, actors come up to me all the time, like I'm like looking for opportunities and they're just not there, and this and this and that. I'm like, go shoot something, write something, shoot something, go create your own stuff. There is always a way. You know, we just make excuses to why we can't do it. But like, I'm like, let's go shoot it. Like, remember the first one we shot was Obscura.
Yeah.
We had so many reasons to say why we couldn't shoot it, but we just went and did it and figured it out.
I mean, my favorite part of that, my favorite scene from that one was the one in the woods. I thought you killed that, but the funniest part about that was we almost
didn't shoot that scene.
Yeah, like,
remember I was the one too. I was like, hey, you guys sure you want to like go through the Runyon Canyon and
hour and a half traffic trying to get to Griffith Observatory? Not Griffith.
No, it was. Well, we were around Griffith.
Yeah, it was like in the woods area, kind of.
Yeah,
and like then we drove all the way, waited in the traffic, had to come back down that side.
Yep.
Made our way, and then we found that perfect spot.
Yeah,
we did it.
That was wild. That was wild. It was cool too when you get those moments, because then it makes like the whole thing worth it. It's like, that was worth doing it. And it's fun because no matter how it comes out, Rick Rubin talks about this, but it's like once you put it out, you already won.
Yeah, no.
Once you put it out into the world and people can see it, regardless of what their reception is of it, you won because you did the work.
I agree with that. It's like pressing post. It's
exactly.
Just, it's the exact same thing.
Yeah, and I would honestly, I know we want to do good work, and when you really care, you're never going to do anything but.
Yeah.
But I would rather see a piece of shit out there than something perfect in my head that I never did.
I want to add one part to that.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel like I could have done this, and this to it.
Well, correct.
Correct. As long as that's been hit, and I feel like we used all the lighting we had, we used the best lenses we had,
Mm-hmm. And I think when you care so much about doing it, you can't not let that, you don't let that happen because that's how much you care about it.
Exactly.
And you love making movies and I love movies. I feel like when you love movies, you can't.
The perfect match.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't not make I love Tarantino, but he always talks about that. He's like, you're not going to make a shitty movie if you love movies. If you love movies, you can't make a shitty movie.
You won't let it happen.
You won't let it happen. And your movies may get better or whatever, but that's all, perception anyway.
Speaking on Tarantino, what's your favorite movie of his, do you think? Because he's got a few up there for me.
God. I hate this question because I always want to say Pulp Fiction because I think just the name, the time, the way it came out.
It's a classic.
Reservoir Dogs was iconic, but I really love Inglourious Bastards.
Brother.
And Once Upon a Time, I love Once Upon a Time in Hollywood too, but Inglourious Bastards to me, was just the pacing, the tonality of the opening scene with Christopher Waltz, and then the tapping of the club with the Bear Jew. That whole build up, it just all I thought came together. It was just you kind of watch that movie and you're like, how did someone come up with this?
The pacing, like you said, the pacing in that first scene when the whole conversation, the glass of milk, and then them cutting down underneath the floorboards to their faces,
epic.
Have you seen it?
No.
Oh my God, we might have to watch it sometime, bro.
You got to see it. It's so good.
I'm not a huge movie buff, so I'll probably be chiming in a little bit later, but I love hearing about this. This is great stuff.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of, you do a lot. In your bio and Instagram, it says you are an actor, a director, a screenwriter. Which one are you pursuing them all equally, or do you consider yourself an actor over the others, or how would you rank them?
I've been thinking about this. I think originally it was actor because that's what I did when I first moved out here and when I started back in Boston. But then I realized it's a lot of, you audition all the time, right? And you're doing acting classes, you're doing plays, you're doing all these things as an actor. And I think that worked a lot 20 years ago. You could get away with just doing that.
Yeah.
Back when it wasn't as easy to create your own content and just shoot stuff.
The reps would come to those agencies, and then those agencies would farm you guys out, or
Right. And it wasn't so back then you couldn't be in China and be seen in LA. You know what I mean? You had to move to LA or New York, and those were the two places. Sure, Atlanta and Chicago to some extent.
But not even China.
It was pretty much just you had to physically be there.
Ohio,
Right.
Just the middle of Kansas,
Right. But now you're competing with so many people.
Everybody online.
Across the world. And it's how do you stand out? I mean, it's become even harder to, as much as it's been easier to create your own stuff, it's also become harder to stand out.
Because everybody's just
exactly
in that pool.
Exactly. So when you ask me which one do I consider myself now the most, I still will always be an actor at heart, but I like saying filmmaker.
I love that
because I love making movies.
The
if
whole
that's
process.
all I do for the rest of my life, I'm happy. I don't need anything else. Just want to make movies, TV too. As long as it's something that I can create. And I realized too, when you create your own stuff, when you write your own stuff. I started writing 5 years ago.
Did you?
Yeah, I started right when actually 4 years ago. Right when I moved out here, shortly after I started writing. My first script was The Raven on the Pine. I'll never forget it. But I realized with writing is just like everything else. It's just a muscle that needs to get grown by doing it. And I'm like, if I start now, by the time I turn 40, you know, I'm going to be a machine when it comes to writing. And I already am, you know me. I've been cranking out scripts left and right. And it's like, it's gotten so much easier because now I'm just like, I love it so much. And I feel like when you find that point of obsession, just like you have with your, you know, all videography. I mean, talk about my all the stuff I do. This guy, Alec, like you do more stuff than I can even imagine.
Trying to, you know, put people like you in places so we can keep building up.
Yeah, we talk about the other day delegation.
Yeah. But it's really cool when you do all this stuff because then you know it. So that when you're on set and you're working with the DP or, you know, the rig or the whatever, the lighting, the sound, you know how to speak to them and you understand the job they're doing.
Well, I'll go even further with you. There's been times where, Andrew obviously, and we'll talk about Andrew later, but there's been times where you have literally taken the camera, I think, if I recall correctly. Like, you've been a DP, you've cameraman on our little shoots before, bro.
Yeah.
And speaking of those, I love the process of you take few months, however many months it is, you knock the script out, get it right, whether it's a teaser, whether it's a full-length thing.
Yep, short or teaser,
We get it right. We plan a date to shoot it. We got one coming up. Do you want to touch on that at all?
Yeah. So Kill Switch is pretty cool. That's the name of this. We're doing a short and trailer, basically proof of concept, but the full script's done. Just doing some rewrites. And basically it's about these two assassins who are at this outpost in the desert, and they're on this mission. They have a period of time they're going to be there for, but they don't know what exactly it is they're looking for, and they're trying to discover this, basically what the mission is in a sense. So it's kind of, and then it's a girl and a guy assassin, and they're like the two best assassins, and it's kind of got the vibes of The Gorge meets Mr. and Miss Smith. You've seen Mr. and Miss Smith?
Yeah.
Have you seen The Gorge or no?
I haven't seen that one.
Okay, that one's really good. It's with Miles Teller and Anya Joy-Taylor.
Wait, maybe I would watch a lot of Miles Teller.
Yeah, I love Miles Teller. He's good. But anyways, it's a fun scene. It's a fun movie where they discover, something that lives beneath the house, and like they're basically trying to defeat this enemy that is kind of mysterious throughout a part of the film, and then they discover how bad it is, and then it escalates. So it's going to be fun. It's like a mystery action kind of vibe, but it's going to be cool.
No, I can't wait for the location. We don't have to say it on here, but the location is going to be sick.
Yes.
Unless you want to say the location.
House in desert.
Yeah.
Joshua Tree in the desert.
Do you want to give them the address too?
Yeah. We can get it's.
Extras welcome.
It'll be fun though, and like the location, right? Like a lot of people are like, when they're like, "Oh, we don't have the equipment to make a movie. We don't have the location." I'm like, use your network.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I found you because we were both looking for people who want to create together.
We met at Zoo Culture, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Who would have thought?
It was a gym shoot.
Who would have thought, bro?
Yeah.
But no, exactly. You put your network together, and like I remember you hit me up for it, and we're like, bro, you think we'd be able to run this shit? I was like, hell fucking yeah, we can run this shit. Like,
yeah,
bro, when are we doing this? Like,
yeah, exactly. And that's the thing I realized in LA. There's a lot of actors and filmmakers and what I call people who say that, right? But there's actually not as many who are just willing to shoot it and do it.
Yeah,
like,
no,
it's a lot of talk.
Bro, that's the one thing about LA. It's like the talk is, they be talking.
Yeah.
They be talking.
Yeah, so like when people like us are really making it and doing it, it feels good. And we're doing the exact same thing, smaller scale for sure, that Leo and all the big actors are doing. But just on a smaller scale. We're still doing the work.
Bro,
which is important.
One thing from the first Harry Potter movie. No, I don't think it was the first Harry Potter. It was one of the Harry Potter movies. It was the fifth one. They were in the
Order of the Phoenix.
Yeah, rumor requirement. It was like,
every
one of these big wizards, Dumbledore, Voldemort, they all started out right here in school as students, right where you are.
Right.
They all started out right here. They took their shit to this level. What are you going to do? It's like, it's just...
It's a good way of putting it, yeah.
So it's... You just got to do it.
Yeah,
you just got to do it.
It's really simple, right? It's not like it's rocket science.
Exactly.
But you just got to be willing to do it, and
like you said, you weed people out too, right? The ones that are not willing to do it, you're like, I don't know if I want to work with you.
Yeah, because like I go to events and stuff all the time, and people are like, "Yeah, I would love to work with you." I'm like, "Great," but like, I don't really make much effort to follow up with them. Not because I don't care, but like, if you wanna do stuff, you'll you'll reach out and follow up, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna shoot it regardless if you're down or not. I'll find someone that wants to do the work.
Exactly.
So we're gonna shoot this, and so Kill Switch is great because I wrote that with a writing partner. Her name's Kendall Paisley.
Okay.
Great actress. And I met her through another project, Hey Man, that we did.
Yep.
And she was just one of those people, like, I was like, hey, what do you think about this idea? And she's like, let's do it. Like, she was down to do the work. And I was like, I want to work with this person because they're willing to do the work.
And it's those people. Again, it's those people.
And that's why you're amazing, because you're always down to do the work. So not to let it go. It went to your head. God darn it.
I do my best, guys. I do my best.
Yeah.
But let's... You started writing when you came to LA. You came to LA 4 years ago?
Yeah, September 2021 was when I officially moved.
When did you know you wanted to be in the entertainment industry? Was that when you moved here? Was that like when you were younger?
It's a good question, actually, because when I was a kid, I was really skinny and nerdy in high school. I was bullied a lot.
Okay.
So, but my safe place was going to the movies. And I think for me at that time, I could just go into the movie theater and kind of escape from reality.
Yeah.
And just get lost in a character where I could be the hero for 2 hours.
And it's dark. You can just melt in,
Yeah, I can melt in place. I could get away from like the, the negativity and the, the pressure of, I played competitive ice hockey growing up in Michigan, which is like playing football in Texas. Yeah. It's like a huge deal.
No.
And so it was just a way to escape. And I wish I would have tapped into that sooner, but I went and played college hockey. And then after college hockey, I didn't know what to do. Mm-hmm. I spent like 4 or 5 years kind of just doing random jobs and just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And then I finally went back to my I loved movies when I was a kid. So I took an acting class in probably right around the end of 2019, beginning of 2020.
This is when you were still in Michigan.
This is when I was in Boston.
Boston
Yep.
boys.
Boston.
East Coast.
Star Market. The Departed. Southie.
There we go.
Watertown. I'm not fucking working for you. Sorry. But yeah, so I took my first in-person acting class right before COVID, and I was like, this is it. This is what I want to do. Mm-hmm. And so I took a really serious acting program out there, but it was online because of COVID. And then after a year of that, I was like, well, screw this. If I'm going to do this, I'm going all in.
Yeah.
So I packed my bags, moved to LA. So did you guys both move here pre-COVID?
I moved here during COVID in 2020 or 2021, I forgot.
Okay, so right during it, kind of right when it started.
Yeah,
almost.
Exactly. Right when there was no traffic back then. You could go
it was
to
a great time to be in LA.
Oh my God, it was wonderful.
Oh yeah.
Yo, parking at Runyon, it took 5 minutes. Now you're driving around in circles for 20 minutes at least to park at Runyon. It's crazy. That's why I just start walking him. Is he in the shot?
No.
Oh.
He was, though. He was in the shot a couple times. We'll get
Give him a C4. He'll be up there.
Yeah. Quick
So,
rip of that.
Did you go to school for any of this stuff? I mean, did you go to college or? Well, I mean, you weren't a kid, right? Like 5 years old with like your dad's like camera, like shooting stuff. Like it wasn't that much of an obsession, and then leading up to maybe college.
I mean, I definitely did some like home videos here and there, but it wasn't like
They were a different style.
Again, wait, what did you say?
I said they were a different style.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. But my dad was really hard on me for hockey. He really was really strict on me for and like it was. I think if he wasn't so strict on me and he let me do a little bit more of things I wanted outside of just sports, I think I would have found filmmaking much sooner. I think I would have done acting much sooner.
Makes sense.
So I guess I don't really regret much in life at all. I think everything happens for a reason. But if there's one thing I wish I started sooner, I wish I started that when I was a little younger. But you know what? I also think there's a reason I started it this late. It's kind of like Billy Bob Thornton. Billy Bob Thornton, who did a ton of drugs in his 20s, was like
RDJ.
Exactly. He didn't make it until later in his acting. Kind of like some other great actors like Samuel Jackson and whatnot. They didn't make it till later in life, but he even said, like, I don't think I would have done well if I made it that young, because I was just not in the space.
You weren't ready
to do it. So I'm like, maybe there's a good reason that I didn't start it young, because I wouldn't have the substance and the character that I do now. Because, I moved away from home when I was 16 for hockey.
Okay.
So I was on my own for, pretty young.
What was that like? Where'd you go?
My first place I moved was Minnesota in the winter. I definitely don't recommend it for anyone. It's terrible. And I grew up in Michigan, and then after that I lived in Boston. So by the time I'd almost hit like 30 and was pursuing acting, I was like, couldn't be a better time to move to LA.
You were done.
And I was like, yeah. And I moved here, and I was like, where the hell have I been? Why have I not seen this place sooner? Like, what am I doing? I should have taken notes from Entourage. I was like, oh my God.
What do you think of Entourage? Give me your 30-second take on Entourage.
Love it. I think it's so. I saw that show. The first time I saw that show was my first year of juniors, and on a road trip, and someone told me, like, dude, watch this show, Entourage. It's hilarious. And I'm like, so it's about this up and coming actor who's like a movie star, and then all his friends are with him, and they just make movies, party, and have fun. I'm like, where's the sign-up sheet? Like,
I date myself. I was an extra on that show several times.
Oh, no kidding.
Really? Yeah. I mean, I remember one in particular. I think the strip club's
That's
down
sick.
here. I was
Crazy Girls.
Yeah,
would
they have a couple
always
of shows.
call
Yeah,
me.
Billy Walsh.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
they would always call me to do the strip club scenes, and so I'd always be in the strip clubs. I might even be in the shots. I don't know, but I would
That's
always make it rain
fire.
and all that stuff. Yeah.
Well, we got the serial killer, we got the strip club guy,
Yeah.
and now what do we got for you?
The businessman.
Yeah,
the
isn't
money.
that
I
nice?
handle
You
the
have a nice
finance.
title. You get some nice one, huh?
The Jewish came. The
Yes.
Jewish came. Yeah. But
That's cool.
You make a great point though, and about college, and if it's worth it or not, and
Oh yeah. So I think here's the thing. There's no right or wrong way. I think if college is what you need to get the structure you want to be able to filmmake or act or, because I think, but here's my thing. You don't need to do it.
I agree with that. Unless you're a doctor or a lawyer.
Yeah, because the reason why I say you don't need to do it is school's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like, and I think
And the price is only going up.
it's only going up, and I think people go into MFAs and school in general with the assumption that, now obviously there's exceptions. Of course, if you're going to be a lawyer or a doctor, like those things are different, right?
Yeah.
Like obviously you got to go to school for that. But like for stuff like this, for example, to be a writer, you do not need an MFA to be a writer.
Go to YouTube.
I looked up like the 20 like North American writers who won the Nobel Peace Prize for writing. None of them went to official school.
Really?
So when people, and that's why I tell people, like, don't go get an MFA just to get it because you think you're going to get a job from it. Mm-hmm. Just go write.
And
Go create your own
nowadays.
stuff. Exactly. That's what Nolan did. Nolan could have gone to film school if he wanted to, but his dad was, he got good people around him. He's just like, just go create your own stuff, because then you're forced to learn
Exactly.
anything.
And you're not put into a box. You kind of figure it out on your own.
Exactly. And also, if you can shoot something, a full film, any kind of film even, on no budget, you can shoot anything.
Yeah, 100%.
You can shoot anything.
I'll make one thing. One thing that's difficult for me personally as a filmmaker is this.
Yeah.
When I don't know something, I don't even know what to look up. Like if something goes wrong with that FX3, it's pretty basic. But let's say it's an RE. There's so many moving pieces to that I would be just clueless over. That's something I need to watch a 5-6 hour video just on a breakdown so that I know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
those technical things, I agree. I mean, like, those are hard, and that's where I also try to tap into my network. Like,
yes, 100%.
That's why, like, because, like, we'll be on set, right? Me, you, and Andrew, and Andrew will say something, and I'll look over at Al, and I'll be like, "What the fuck's he talking about? What does that mean? Like, what kind of is this? Just a wide shot, or like, what's going on here?" But you'll like tell me, and then I'm like, "Oh, I get it."
Yeah,
and then you learn those little nuances as you go. But I think what comes with having a good network and just time on set.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people think, like, oh, once I get money, I'll be a great filmmaker. I'm like, no.
It doesn't
work. A
work
lot of people
that
with
way.
money fuck it up. Look at the studios.
And I'll go even further. To drop, say, $200,000 on an RE setup or, say, $70,000 on a red setup, that's so much more complicated than an FX3 or something like
For
that.
sure.
Like, I love the FX3. I think that camera is, you know, there's so many uses for it. There's so many things you can do with it. It's so versatile. But let's be honest, a nice $100,000 RE isn't too bad either. You know, it gets
It'll do.
But you have to
Perhaps.
have a crew. Without that crew, the FX3 is a better looking, like the shot looks better.
For sure.
You need a 5-person crew, a 4-person crew for that.
sure.
You know, like,
Yeah.
you got to have the budget.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But I think it's, I mean, I don't know what, because you didn't go to official school, right? You taught yourself?
I got kicked out of high school.
That's hilarious.
They didn't officially kick me out. They didn't let me back on property and just sent me to a library off premises, and a teacher came and taught me for 3 hours a week.
Oh, wow.
And I got the same exact diploma as everybody else.
That's crazy.
And then I went to I went to Burlington County Community College, which later became like some bullshit. All right, what is the last movie that you saw in the theaters?
Watched a lot of them lately. I'm trying to think of, I might have to look at my AMC app. Shit, what did I see last? I think it was, well, I'm going to look real quick. Because I actually don't remember. I've been trying to see Sinners like 3 different times, and I booked it 3 different times, and I still haven't been able to go see it because of a film thing or like a audition or something.
At least it's worked.
So I'm like, it's like been good distractions, but I'm like, what's going on?
Hey, maybe you're just not meant to see it, bro.
Oh, The Accountant 2 is technically the last one I've seen.
The Accountant was a good one. I saw the first one. I haven't seen the second one. The
Yeah.
first one was good. That was
Yeah.
with Matt
John Bernthal and Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck, yes.
Yep.
The little, special ed Ben Affleck, right?
Yeah, he's got
smart. He's super smart.
He's super smart. Yep, super smart. Well, you can call it that. Yeah.
An accountant, yeah.
Yeah, he's got.
Yeah, an accountant.
Yeah.
And then since COVID, obviously COVID hits, the theater industry gets just, flattened over, I'd say, for the most part, or like completely put on hold. Mm-hmm. Theatrical releases are now competing with, streaming platforms and all that stuff. Do you see turnouts when you go to theaters, you go to AMC, you just pulled up the app. Do you see the kind of turnout you saw back in 2018 or 19?
Probably not. The only time I actually will say though, Barbenheimer was huge.
What did you say?
When Oppenheimer and Barbie came out.
Yo,
That's what they called it. Remember Barbenheimer?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, Barbenheimer.
Okay.
That was what they called it because they came out the same day and weekend.
Yeah.
So they called it Barbenheimer, but that was an amazing turnout because what was great about that was 2 completely different movies. Not competing in the sense of like they're just 2 very different genres. Mm-hmm. But the fact that people went back to watch them and watched them twice. Like I saw both of them twice. That like once each that weekend, and then the next week I watched them both because it was such a fun filmmaking experience.
Okay. What was your reason for going to see Barbie multiple times? The Barbie one. Ryan Gosling, or was it Naomi?
I mean, no, come on. Well, yeah, her too, but also Naomi and Margot Robbie.
Yeah, that's who I meant. Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
It's Naomi. Margot Robbie in Wolf of Wall Street is Naomi.
Yeah.
It's
It's
Imon backwards.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, no, it was. They're both just like that one was really fun. Mm-hmm. I'd say from like a cinematography perspective, Oppenheimer was great because you saw a lot of cool like just shots. I mean, no one's just a fun.
Special.
He's just special. Yeah.
And your boy's in that.
Yes, Cillian Murphy, one of
your boy.
my opinion, the best actor of our time right now.
Okay.
My opinion.
And that's probably one of the longest movies out right now that's been out. I mean, what is that, like 3 hours long or something?
Yeah, it's pretty long.
Does it require like an intermission or something, or like is it easy?
They
to
didn't
sit
do
through?
one.
They didn't.
They didn't do one. I mean, I don't care what anyone says. Like Cillian Murphy could be wearing a clown outfit, and I would find it interesting.
Well, I was just gonna ask, what about him do you think makes him so special?
He's so believable. A lot of actors, even really good ones, you can still tell they're acting. Mm-hmm. Like, that's why I think Brad Pitt's actually gotten better in his older age than because, like, when he was younger,
I agree with that.
he was great still.
Different
like,
kind
you
of
look at
great.
the Fight Clubs and you look at those things.
Yeah.
He was really good, but, like, you could tell he was acting. You could tell it was Brad Pitt. Versus, you look at Brad Pitt in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Phenomenal, because he was just in the character so well.
Yeah.
But that was one of the few ones where I actually didn't see Brad Pitt as much, you know. And so with Cillian Murphy, and again, what actually inspired me originally to go to an acting class was I watched Peaky Blinders.
Great series. Although the first few seasons are best.
Oh yeah. Those were the best. And what's amazing about him, and I talked about this a lot, what made Heath Ledger's performance great in The Joker was when you looked at him, when I first watched that movie, I was like, that's Heath Ledger? I was like, that does not feel like Heath Ledger to me. That's how good he was. So when an actor isn't recognizable, to me, that's phenomenal. So with Thomas Shelby, which is the character he plays in Peaky Blinders, which is amazing to me, is the Joker you can kind of hide behind the makeup to transform yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't have, beyond just the normal skin makeup, he didn't have any like Joker makeup like that.
Yeah, no.
And he completely owned that character. I thought he was a real person. Like, it was crazy. And I think it comes from the duality of the character, the contradictions, the complexities that we have.
Method acting.
Acting, like what we're really thinking about when you're thinking along, like when you're watching something and you're thinking along with the character, their decision making of what they should do in this situation. That's when you're in it, and that's where you're really buying what that actor is putting down, because they're really doing it, even though it's acting.
It's such a crazy thing to think
Crazy. It's a crazy world, man. It's fun though. That's what's so crazy, because you have those moments.
Yeah.
Where you're like, what did I just see? That was incredible.
For real though. And yo, what did you think about, who was it? You might have to look this up. Who was it that played the fat? It wasn't Gotham. It was the knockoff, a spinoff. What is it?
Penguin.
Yes. Who played Penguin in, what was his fucking name?
Colin Farrell.
Yes. What did you think of that performance and the whole bodysuit and how this skinny guy became the Penguin? Like, that whole
it was
makeup
crazy.
process.
I never would have imagined him playing that kind of character, but he's a great actor, and it was cool to see, because I think it's very different than what he's ever done.
Yeah.
I always think that's fascinating, because you'd be surprised of how good actors can be in completely different roles.
How hot do you think he was in that fat suit?
Oh my god, it was probably crazy.
I saw a BTS video of them putting it on and like.
Oh my gosh.
I still want to see Wicked. All my friends make fun of me, but I want to see Wicked. I don't know.
I make fun of you.
Ariana Grande or what? But what do you think about? Like,
I can't think of Ariana Grande besides Mac Miller. Good Mac Miller back in the day.
R.I.P.
But go ahead.
Yeah, no, I like watching things she's in. I watched The Voice just because she was a judge, and then when she stopped being a judge, I wasn't watching it anymore. You know, that kind of stuff. But no, what do you think of? What are they called? Why is it slipping my mind? Those type of movies, the dancing and the singing and stuff. What is it?
Musicals.
Musicals.
Yes.
Do you like musicals?
No, not at all.
Do you like being This leads into another question.
I do not like musicals. There's a few exceptions. Hamilton I really liked, actually. And then what was the one in Brooklyn? I'm blanking on it.
Everybody loved Hamilton.
Yeah. Hamilton was really cool. It wasn't not in the woods, but it was the one in New York. Like, that was like just after Hamilton. I can't remember what it was.
I never liked him either. My old acting coach forced me, and so I watched all those. You know, I mean, I saw Wicked here. I saw Hamilton. I saw. Oh my God, Rock of Ages was good.
Rock of Ages, yeah. Les Mis. Can't stand that movie.
The only one I know is the Swedish one. From like the 40s.
All right. I
The
definitely.
sound. What is it?
Wait, you liked it?
No, it's like
okay.
it's just my mom used to
I was gonna
watch.
say it doesn't
way
sound
too
good,
much.
but it could be.
It's like a World War II one. What is it
I've
called?
never heard of this one. Are you talking about? You're not talking about Gone with the Wind.
No, that's
That
a
wasn't
wild
Swedish.
one.
That wasn't Swedish.
I
was like, that wasn't Swedish,
That's
buddy.
a different one, boys. That's a different one. No, this is literally like a classic. Like the picture is like her, this blonde girl with the thingies on like the green pasture and like the Swedish mountains in the background. Am I crazy?
Sounds like my future mansion in Bel Air.
If there ain't no mountains like these, brother. Bel Air ain't got these, brother.
Well, I'll build them.
Talk about movie
I'll make a
sets.
set of mountains that looks like that.
There we go.
So it's safe to say you didn't go see Wicked then.
So I really wanted to, and all my acting friends like told me to go see it because I'm sure I heard great things, and there was actually a lot of actors that I liked in it. Who is the lady opposite? I think she was technically the bad guy, but she was opposite of Ariana Grande. I can't remember her name.
Oh yes, really good.
Yeah,
really
she crushed it.
Yeah. Jeff Goldblum's always.
Jeff Goldblum's in it. Yeah, I mean, there's again such a good cast. So I commend them. I just don't think I'm going to ever have the interest to want to see it. But again, I'm open to seeing it. I'm not closed off to the point where I won't see it. But it's not on like my high list.
Well, you wouldn't want to watch it just for Ariana then, just like me. Like I just get things like that. It's like,
you know, I like her as a person, but I'm not a really big fan of her.
I'm not a big fan of her anyway.
Yeah.
well, it drove me nuts when she was with Pete Davidson. That pissed me off because I was like, why? Look, I got a really good one, and this is like, what did they call it? The butterfly effect. What was the thing we were?
Oh, Mandela
the
effect.
Mandela effect. It's like, okay, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Was it also Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? Are they two different movies, or did they just have two different titles?
That's a good question. I thought it was Willy Wonka and the Charlie. I think they're two different things, aren't they?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think
Oh,
it's the
actually, you're
same
right.
movie.
You are right. Yeah, I
Chat
think you're
GPT.
right.
Do we want to
Jojo
chat
Charlie.
check? We should get a chat check.
Chat.
Chat check.
But what is it? So okay, so it's the same movie, and I'll chat GPT it right now. But it's the same movie, but they just had two different titles, I think.
Mm-hmm.
While I'm looking that up,
Or is it two different versions?
maybe it is. Well,
Or two different studios that made
We're
it?
gonna ask chat right now.
Yeah, that might
No.
be it too. Because I know because the one that was most recent was with Timothée Chalamet,
Was it? There's that reason.
and I think that was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. But when Depp did it, I think it was really Wonka. You know what? No, I think Charlie is his name, and he calls his candy Willy Wonka, right? That's what
No,
it is.
Willie's the person up top, the big concho.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
While I'm looking that,
Ask me about Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, and Harry Potter. Keep me off Willy Wonka, okay? This is not my strong area. Like Willy Wonka, chocolate, yeah, great.
Yo.
we're looking. While I'm looking it up, though, I mean, okay, so I guess that's it. Gene Wilder. I was going to say Gene Wilder or Johnny Depp. Did you actually watch Johnny Depp's Willy Wonka?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big Johnny
Oh,
Depp
shit.
fan.
71 was the Gene Wilder one.
Yeah, I like Gene Wilder too. I think it's cool when different actors play the same character. That's why I love James Bond.
Bringing it back to Harry Potter.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. That's like, you know, I'm really excited for the Harry Potter series because, like, you know, everyone's giving their opinion about it, but like they could crush it.
I'll say this. You're 100% right because it's our demographic that's up in arms about it because we grew up on it.
Yeah, we grew up with our version of it.
But I'll say this.
Yeah.
Adam Driver is sitting there, and I saw this across the internet. Adam Driver is sitting there fucking perfect. Like, you couldn't get a better Snape, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, he is pretty spot on. Looks,
yeah.
all of it.
Yeah.
So maybe he might be the right move. And then, like, I don't know the other dude's name, but, like, there's so many actors that he could have been. Kingsley, like, all of them from the Harry Potter world. That would have made sense. But Snape is, like, a main character. Maybe keep the main characters consistent. Maybe. Just my 2 cents.
Yeah, I mean, I would also like to talk to, like, who's, I don't, see, that's the other thing I don't know. Who's running the, who's, like, directing, who's doing, because, like, you know, I'm sure
It's not important enough for me to remember.
well, that's the other thing,
Can we
too.
get
I'm
a
like,
check on
who's
that, actually?
making these decisions? Is it more the studio? Is it the creative person? Because a lot of times what happens is, too.
Well, J.K. Rowling, I think, is suing the studio, suing the whoever it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's
Oh,
not
okay.
happy about it.
Well, a lot of times what happens is the creative person wants to, for example, a lot of directors want to bring on someone who's a no-namer, right? But
Okay.
then the studio will be like, the business person will be like, no, we got to use this named actor, even though they're not the right person for the fit. And then the show does bad. And then they're like, well, why did the show do bad? We had a named actor. And it's like, because you morons, it was the wrong person for this role. I had the right person, but you didn't want to pick them because you were afraid that because they were a no-namer, they couldn't read lines.
Yeah, and I think,
Like, are you kidding me?
I don't even know if this dude's a no-namer either. Like, I think he's...
No. He is a name, but
Yeah.
like it's also like it's like to me it's like let the creatives do their job. There's
Let
a
them
reason
do-
why we're the creatives and you're the business people.
Exactly.
And Seth Rogen's been talking about this with his studio, impressed
going-
with the studio on Apple TV.
They're going up all over these
They're
studios.
going up. But he's like, listen, if you're going to create something, swing for the fences. You don't know what's going to work.
Yeah.
Because people play it safe and do remakes, and they do terrible.
And they just get worse and worse.
And they just get worse. And that's why I say right now is a crazy time in Hollywood, because a lot of people see like the negative. But man, what a time to be an independent filmmaker right now.
Oh my
because
God.
you have the opportunity to create your own stuff that's going to be way better than what all these people with budgets are creating right now. Because frankly, when's the last time you really saw a good movie?
I mean,
Like when I ask people that question, they can't
it's
give
been
me an
10
answer.
years. It's been, like there might be one or two here and there, but like where we were getting good movie, like, the 2007, the 2000, from 2003 to like 2010, those movies were all, some of them were basic as hell, but they were still funny as hell. And so, like, they were so great.
Yeah.
And we were filming them here in America, maybe some of them,
No,
more of them
I
than
feel like
maybe.
most of them. I feel like most of
Yeah.
them. Bro, we kind of went all over the place today. We talked about movies and everything else. I want to talk about your poetry a little bit.
Okay.
Is it like roses are red, violets are blue, I hate you? Or is it like, spoken word or whatever? Tell me, what is it more inclined towards?
I think it's just like, I think poetry in general is about being present
Okay.
and just letting your hand write and kind of seeing what comes out
Letting the flow go.
and then letting the flow go. For me, I think it's because you get a collective consciousness when you're writing in a coffee shop, which is cool because you get the vibrations and the energy around you and your environment, the human interactions and those things. And then I also like, though, going to out in nature, like near the beach. The ocean's great, hearing the waves, or going out into the wilderness and just writing, because you're in just such a natural present state. And that's the best time to write, and it's I think something we're all lacking.
Yeah. Oh,
Is same with actors in a scene. Like they're anticipating their next line, or they're anticipating what they already know. But like the beauty of being present is, who knows how it could even if you've done the same scene a billion times, it's never going to be the same exactly
100.
as the time you did it before.
We know that all too well.
Yes, we do know that all too well. But same with poetry. It's like, it's all about being present in your environment and whatever that one, whatever that space is, and just kind of letting it come to you. And sometimes you might, come to something from your past, or you might come to someone who you really loved that you remember a moment in time.
Yeah.
And it's cool because you can with poetry is, you can do so many things, and it's whatever it means to you. I think there's like the like poetry police who are like, you have to do it this way.
It has to be a haiku.
It has to, exactly. But I'm like, you know what? Just create your own stuff, and whatever it means to you, you can make it what you want it to be. It doesn't have to always, be a certain way. Like obviously with comedy writing, there's certain like rules to follow, certain things, to set up things and stuff. But who's to say you can't, find something else to create within that or whatever.
That's like what we were talking about with the schooling and stuff. Once you go to school, it kind of puts you in that box, and then you kind of got to, maybe you're able to break out of it, maybe not. With
Exactly.
this, you don't have a box. You're just floating.
Exactly. And Sarah Blakely talks about this. She's the founder of Spanx, but she has this saying where it's like, what you don't know can be your greatest strength, because it ensures that you're going to do it differently.
Exactly. I fucking love that. And that's why I hate to hire people or bring people on in any way that have gone the whole studio route, that are, one of my people.
It has to be done
exactly
like this.
By the books. Like this is the way Hollywood does it.
Yeah.
Like that. No, that's what I'm here to break. I'm the breaker of chains.
Yes.
Mother of dragons.
And see, that's exactly like, you're going to have so many different shots. Like so many different directors have so many different styles. There's no right or wrong way. It's just, this is how they wanted to do it because of this. And this is, and it's also Tarantino with Reservoir Dogs. Everyone asks him, how did you come up with that name? Because it's not like, there's no like direct correlation with necessarily like that's like easy to understand just by watching the movie of why it's called that. And he's like, I could tell you what it means. I could tell you what I was thinking when I came up with that name, besides it's a cool name. But then you're going to stop being creative yourself, and you're just going to say, oh, you're just going to accept that as that's what it is.
Yeah.
But you watch it, you kind of have your opinion on why you call it Western Drive. I watch it, I have my opinion. You watch it, you have your opinion. We watched 3 different movies, and we have our own different perspective of why it was called Reservoir Dogs. And we wouldn't be creating that if he just gave us the answer.
Yeah, exactly.
So
you got to stay loose. You got to
you got to stay
free-floating.
loose. You got to stay present, and that's why I like poetry. I feel like it does just put you in your element and allows you to be present.
Got it.
Do you have any of them memorized? Can you give us some of them?
And is it something that you speak more, or is it more like a written thing for you?
Right now, it's more written. I thought about, because Rupi Kaur, who I'm a big fan of, if you guys don't follow her, she's great. She kind of inspired me to start writing, and poetry specifically. And she does a lot of speaking. And I've thought about doing open mic speaking, because I think it would be cool to speak them. I actually don't have any of them memorized, believe it or not. But I've just written them right now.
And from what it sounds like, it's the free flowing part of it for you. It's just the pen to paper and letting it go.
I like to write it and forget it.
Yeah.
And kind of like, and then, because then it allows me to think of the next thing. And then it's like constantly evolving, and you can say it in so many different ways. And that's the cool thing about art. There's no like, there's how you would do it. There's how, Josh would do it. Alec would do it. Like, that's how you would do it. No one's going to do it like you would do it. So that's why, even, especially in this industry, the more you can be authentically yourself, the better, because it's like no one's going to do it the way you can do it. I can try to act like Cillian Murphy all I want.
Yeah.
But no one's going to be better at being Cillian Murphy as an actor than he is.
And you need to develop into you.
Exactly.
Evan Michael Jones, not
That's
Cillian
right.
Murphy. Evan Michael Jones.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Are actors wanting to do social media? Because I feel like I've had this conversation with so many people, and they say, well, actors are so creative and they don't like to be, their personal space. They want that to be private. So a lot of actors don't like to be in social media or in the spotlight in that respect. And then a lot of influencers who like to be in the spotlight are now wanting to be actors, and they're getting looked at more because they have big followers now. Right? So maybe somebody wants to put them in their movie or their TV show because they have a lot of followers. And what does an actor who may not have a lot of followers on social media think about that?
Yeah. It's a really good question, because it's very relevant in this day and age. I would, there's a saying in theater and even like writing and filmmaking in general, where it's like the audience is smarter than you think. And that usually is for writers who are too on the nose, because they think the audience is dumb, they won't get what they're writing. But like the truth is, the audience is smarter than you think. So like, to your point, you're right. Logically, rationally, you would think, okay, it's better to have someone with a following who is present on social media than someone who maybe has, is on social media but they have no following, but they're a really good actor. But I bet you, if you cast a no-namer in something who doesn't have a following, if it's really good, the audience will pick up on it. The audience will pick up on it. Now, don't get me wrong. I think social media is a tool, and I think it's a great tool that really good actors underutilize, because we just don't know how in some way. And it's you're dealing with a million things as an actor, so it's I would say it's kind of the part of the business side. I'd say the influencers do a very great job of that side of the business, because
Of the marketing side.
the marketing,
Yeah.
exactly. The thing with their acting is it's a very specific type. It's very like skit driven. It's very specific.
Yeah.
It's relatable to
entirely different.
It's an entirely different thing. So that's when they try to put them in like real films and movies, and not to say like real films and movies.
I know what
but
you
know what I mean, like big films and stuff. I'm just kind of like, it's not good to do it if they just have a following. That can't be the reason. Because
I think this. I think you need to use them sparingly.
Correct.
So, and not necessarily sparingly like that, like it's disrespectful, but like, put them into things that are going to make them look good. Don't just put them in because they have a big number next to their name on Instagram. Do it because that role will make sense for them to be in it, and they'll actually push the movie forward. And then it's just a plus that they have numbers for marketing,
Right. And I don't know if we can talk about her on this, but like our cast for Lord, right? Julia.
Yeah.
it wasn't just because she had a following. She was actually really good for this.
That was a great
it came together really nicely because she wanted to do more film stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like right in her wheelhouse in terms of a role.
Yeah.
And that's when you see the beauty of it come together. Like, that makes sense.
And she did a great job on it. So.
Yeah, she was phenomenal.
You guys all did.
She was phenomenal. And yeah, everyone did such a great job on that. And but again, I think when you take an influencer and you throw them into something where it's like they're not the person for this. It's just because they have a following is not a good reason. I think you'd rather have again, as the artist, as a creator, put the person in it that's right for it. The audience will pick up on it. They'll know.
100%.
You know. Yeah, exactly.
It ruins the whole feel of it. It doesn't have that feel to it.
Yeah. Yeah, and
the method acting, back to method acting.
Exactly.
Back to the character, the actors falling in place with the acting. And social media people might not know how to do that as well as an actor, like an actor.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think we're always so number driven, especially in social media, but even in the movie biz or whatever, we're always trying to get viewers, get all these sayings. But I think it's important to remember that if you only think about those sayings, you're always going to keep searching for the next mountain.
Yeah.
You're never going to be happy, and you're never going to enjoy the ride on the way. You're always going to be searching for that next saying.
Exactly.
You got to find it within what you want to do and just be okay with that. And regardless of what happens with that, the success is just putting out your work.
I agree with that.
Let the rest, they can, critics can talk about it. They can do whatever they want.
Let them talk their
but,
fucking
you know
head
what I
off.
mean? Like, just do the work and have fun and make stuff that you care about and that's important to you. It'll be good.
Well said.
So as we're winding down, I think we have. Oh, you have. Oh, yeah.
I have one more question.
Oh, and we have one other one too, besides our last question, because I think Evan wanted to ask about some
Starving.
That's what I was about to ask about. So,
Okay.
You want to get into that a little bit?
So starving. Okay.
You're hungry, you're saying?
Exactly. It's about this show where they're looking for food. No, I'm kidding.
All right, let's pull up Postmates real quick and order to them.
Yeah. No,
Solved.
so I'm co-writing this with a really good actor and who I met through acting school out here, and we're best friends. And so Starving is about 3 struggling actors, okay, in Los Angeles, disillusioned with the industry grind and menial side gigs. All right, decided to take fate into their own hands by creating their own film, an audacious leap from survival to self-made stardom in the unforgiving heart of Hollywood. So it's kind of like a before they were famous Entourage meets other kind of like up and coming acting stuff. But it literally is like, this show about modern day being an actor in LA, self-tape post-COVID area. Yeah. So it's going to be really cool. It's a comedy. It's going to be really exciting. We're almost finished with the first draft of the pilot. We have the whole vision for the first season, 10 episodes.
Are we putting a teaser together for that, or is that a big...
I want to shoot this with you after Kill Switch, which we're shooting at the end of this month.
Yes.
We want to shoot this next. Preferably the whole pilot. It'd be like 30 minutes.
Let's have fun, bro.
Let's have fun. We can do it. And then a trailer.
I'm down to do the full thing, honestly, because I don't... Yes, doing these little ones are great, but if we can do something where we put in...
Get the full thing. We can do it right, get the full thing, and then we can still do a
Even
trailer.
with Kill Switch. Are we doing a full thing for Kill Switch?
We're doing the full short.
I still haven't read that, bro. I love you.
This guy's so busy, so I
Pre-production-
forgive him. If he wasn't so busy and he
Pre-production
was like this, it'd be different.
Pre-production
But,
meeting is
he's
Sunday,
busy.
okay? I have 2 more days.
Pre-production meeting Sunday.
Two more
it's
days.
Great. It's great. No, it's all good. But no, we're gonna shoot the full short for that, and then we'll also do the trailer. The trailer is nice as just like podcast, right?
Yeah.
Just a little snippet.
Exactly.
It's just great to have it,
bro. For the final question on the Frame Shift podcast, we like to grind some gears, get some people angry. As I like to say, grind some titties.
Oh God,
So,
not religious, but
what really grinds your titties, bro?
God, this is a loaded question. What grinds my titties? Man.
By the way, that's branded for the Frame Shift podcast. Grinding my titties, that is, no one else can use that. That was started here. That is ours.
It's good to know. I hate it when people think they're better than someone else just because of their following or how much money they make, and then they just treat people around them like shit.
That's a good one.
That's a really great one.
Because you notice that the real people who are real actors sticking with entertainment are super humble. The fake ones, the ones that think they're like the shit, are never anything. They're never in anything. They're never doing anything.
And even even some people who are really good actors, and they do method acting, and they're in character, and they get pissed when people I'm like, I don't give a shit. There's no excuse as a professional actor, artist, whatever you want to call yourself.
Would you lump
to treat people like shit? Even if I disagree with someone, I always try to treat people with respect and let them know that it's okay to have different viewpoints. It's we're all human beings, and we're all trying to figure out this game we call life. And I just can't stand people who treat people and think they're better than someone else just because of the materialistic things they have.
Yeah, or even just as simple as a little number next to their name on the
call sheet. Yeah, exactly.
Josh, same question. What grinds your titties up?
Oh, man, it's always something, but today it's probably something to do with driving, especially in L.A. Getting here, I get pissed off every time I have to come into Hollywood to see you, bro.
I knew it.
No, for me, it's driving and, just stupid people on the road. Coming here, turning left at a green light. It's like there's 10 people behind me. There's 5 people in front of me, and it's like you only have so many seconds to turn left, and if that front person leading the pack is waiting for there to be a mile of space before they turn left, it pisses me off. Yeah. And so it's bro, you're holding a bunch of people up. There's that saying, look in the rearview mirror. There's a bunch of things. It's not about you. There's a whole life behind you. Look in that rearview mirror.
Where can they find you at, bro?
Instagram, EvanMichaelJones_. Evan Jones actor on YouTube. Look me up, hit me up. Would love to work with anyone in the industry and
cast them in your movies.
Yeah, cast them in your movies. Let's do some work. Let's create.
We got a whole bunch of stuff coming up, guys. This has been another amazing episode of the Frame Shift Podcast with my guy Evan Michael Jones.
Hey, you know what? I just thought of something. If they want to work with you guys, maybe they subscribe, comment, shoot us an email.
That'd be a good idea, guys. Subscribe, comment. Let me get it all. Okay, hit all those things. Send those DMs. Let me know what you want to hear about. Who do you want to have on here?
And if you want to work with Evan and Alec, send us
I don't want to work with you. I'm kidding. I do want to work with you. I'm kidding. All right, guys, let's get out of here. Evan, my guy,
Appreciate
great
it.
fucking job.
Dude, great to be on, my man. Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all.